girl.
Hey girl, what's
How's
going
it
on?
going? Everything is copacetic. How's everything with you? Looking beautiful
Everything
as
is
per
good.
usual.
Yes, welcome everybody to our podcast show. We are Epinions, where you come on and you tell us your opinion on the situation. I am Ebony Nicole. She is.
Elisa Matissa.
Yes. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. It's a beautiful day. We are up, breathing,
Yes.
and
And
enjoying
how was your
this
weekend?
Sunday. My weekend was pretty good. I did an event on Friday, a hosting event for a birthday party, and I did a wedding probably like 6 months ago, and she
Mm-hmm.
recommended me to another person, and
Okay.
she
Word of
booked
mouth. I love it.
exactly. She booked me for her event. Saturday, my friend had game night. So we were there playing cards, games. And then I had another friend vending in Brooklyn. She does like creams for your hands. You know how to just make your hands youthful.
Yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
so we went out there to support her pop up shop. And then we went to the card game that my friend had in the BX. And so I had a full weekend. I enjoyed that. What you got into?
My mom came over this weekend. We had a good time. We watched some movies, some stand-up comedy.
Oh,
We watched
that's nice.
speaking of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, did you see the reboot? Have you watched it?
I haven't, but I heard it's really good.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell my mother. She was like hating on it from the beginning. She was like, that don't look like Carlton. That don't look like Hillary. I'm like, it's not supposed to exactly be the same storyline. Because they got
Right.
Carlton. Carlton got a little swag with him. He's not
Yeah.
like the Carlton from the Fresh Prince. So
Right.
he was sniffing a little coke in the so my mother's like, that's a far-fetched Carlton. So I mean, I
Really?
guess is yeah, you gotta watch it and give me your opinion.
Is it based on their true lives? Is
It
it based
starts out where um Will Smith did have some beef in his neighborhood in Philly, and then the mother sends him to live in Bel Air with the uncle. So that part is based off of the Fresh Prince, the original. But then I
Oh, okay, got
think they creating their own storyline from
it. They're
there.
doing
I
their
think it's
own
just
thing.
yes on it where Carlton is still Carlton where he can't relate to the black culture, but I do
Mhm.
think they got him sniffing coke and stuff like that, and he's still a part of that. He can relate to the white culture, but I
Right.
still think it's like I don't know. I just think it's like they just put their own spin on it, like you said.
Okay. I have to watch it. It's a series, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna watch it.
So
A
we
lot of
didn't get
people.
into the rest of the episodes. We only watched the first one, so I can't speak.
Okay.
It might really get interesting after the first. It was okay the first one, so you
Okay.
got to. I guess you got to give it a chance.
All right. So it was just okay. It wasn't like, yo, you gotta watch it. No.
Not yet. Maybe somebody else can give their opinion and let us know. Like maybe I need to watch more episodes and then I'll get into it. Because like you said, I did hear that it was really, really good.
Yeah.
So the first one is basically based on him just moving to Bel Air. So they probably
Okay.
really get into the storyline for the second, third, and ongoing after that.
Got
So
you. Got you. Yeah, I'm definitely
yeah.
gonna check it out.
And
So
yeah,
that's
that's
it. You
it.
just stayed and chilled with mom.
Yes, chilled. Ordered some Uber Eats. Ordered some Fridays. Ordered some. What else did we order? Fish and chips and all kind of stuff. It was nice.
Good. Good stuff. Always good when you hang out with family, especially moms. That's super dope. Good stuff. So do
Yes,
you want to get
yes,
into our topics for today?
yes. The first one is Ketanji. Uh,
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
yes,
Yes, she's a
the
Supreme Court
Supreme Court
process.
nominee.
Yes. Did you see like them going at her?
Absolutely, they are so against not just a black person but a woman. That's the double whammy
Right.
for those Republicans sitting there. They
Right.
are livid.
They
Okay.
was giving it to her. Like I'm just like, you know, just watching her tear up. But look, my question is, where was all of the black other women that was in Congress? I didn't really feel like nobody like stood up and like had her back, or you know what I'm saying? Like, what about, where was Auntie Maxine Waters, the one that's always mouthing? Like, I didn't feel like she had that support she needed as far as women in Supreme Court. I don't know. How you feel? What you felt?
Um, I don't know. I think that what's his name? Booker. The
Okay.
yeah, what's his? I'm forgetting. I'm like
Cory
drawing a
Booker.
blank.
He was the
Yes,
only
Corey.
person that really gave her some encouraging words and really, you know, said something to uplift her. But where was everybody at? Where was Joyce Betty and Barbara Lee and all of them?
But I don't know. I think that he did a good job. Like I don't know if that was planned. Like I'm just wondering, did they all get together and say, you know what, you're gonna do this. You're gonna do this slam dunk right here. I don't know, but she could have
Right.
used a little bit more support, a little bit more
Absolutely.
interruptions, like how the Republicans did for their people that were getting nominated when we went ham on their people that they nominated. I do think that there should have been a lot more outspoken people and a lot more
Right.
people rallying behind her, interrupting these Republicans, how they
Right.
were just like gang banging again,
Right.
her. So I don't know what, but I do think Corey, did a great job in summing up like
Yeah.
how we all feel. So,
Right.
I don't know if that was planned. And I just think that, she had a couple of tears drop because it really hit home. He gave her flowers. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. And I think she did. I think what she's going through is a testament of how women are just like killing it out here. And it gives a lot of little girls, motivation and inspiration on how to handle yourself when under
Right.
pressure. Because the way
Absolutely.
that they are on her, grilling her, and she's still holding her own, answering those questions,
Facts.
not even breaking a sweat.
Right.
Okay? And that's how you got to handle yourself, whether you a Supreme Court nominee or you going for an interview at this like 500, these Fortune 500 companies.
Right.
Hold
You
your
have
own.
to.
Go up in that boardroom, go up in that conference room and let them know you are the one. And I got
Right.
the education and I'm
Exactly.
articulate to let you know who I am and who you're dealing with.
Definitely an awesome example of what we can do, especially for the younger generation. What we can do, what you can do if you put your mind and your heart and be consistent. It can happen for you. And so I was super proud just to see. I was in there like tearing, like just tearing her, tearing up, just watching her, especially when Cory Booker gave that speech. That really touched me. And for me, I just felt like, where was everybody else as far as women? Where was the sisterhood? And again, you might be right. Maybe they had a powwow before, but if they didn't, where was all the heavy hitters at? And I was like, wait a minute, what about Yvette Clarke from New York? She's from Brooklyn. Where was all of these women that was supposed to be really like, we got you, or in that setting? Maybe the cameras wasn't on everybody. I don't know. But I just felt like there wasn't no sisterhood. And when we need each other, where are where are the people at?
Mm-hmm.
Especially women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. But super proud of this day, and our prayers in April, we will definitely see or hear the decision.
She's up in there. Okay, we got the majority of the seats. When I say
Chris,
we, I mean the Democrats. She is in, it's locked in.
yeah,
Okay? She's locked
that's what
in.
I said. That's what I said.
But we need
So
more of her up in those seats, okay? We need more
absolutely,
people of color. We still
absolutely,
don't have the majority in the Supreme Court, and it needs to be
right,
a mix of women and people of color in there
absolutely.
because
And
it's been too much. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I think just seeing her in the runner up, I just think it's a eye opener for everybody. Like, yo, it's doable. We can do it. Like, just we gotta keep that momentum going. And so
Absolutely.
I'm super excited for her and to hear that she's in April. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
The Republicans' worst nightmare, okay? A woman and a black woman.
What?
We doing it out here in these streets, okay?
Yes. Kudos to us. Super dope.
Yes. Yes, my mother said I only watched for a short period of time because the racist rhetoric, ridiculous questions, and constant badgering from the Republicans was too much
It
for
was.
me.
It was. It really was. You heard the lady was like, "Can you give me the definition of a woman?" She's like, "What
Oh,
is
I
this a
saw
trick question?"
that. She said, "I'm not a biologist.
Right.
No, I can't."
Yes, I was just like, "Yo, they giving it," but she held it. I'm just imagining me in that seat. Like, you really got to be built for that. You really do. That's a lot. It's a lot.
I think you got to be good under pressure. Don't cry. And I think I've been in those positions where I go up in there like, oh my God, before like interviews, and I've been on like all my interviews. I've been flipping jobs like it was nothing since I was young and getting good jobs in law firms, in court, like on the stand, like, and when they try to like badger you, ooh, I kind of love it. I love the adrenaline rush. I don't know if that's what she got from it, but it's like an adrenaline where you just want to be, it's like you feeling it, like you knocking them out. You knocking it out.
Right.
Okay?
You like it. Come on. Bring it.
What?
I can see.
Let me tell you, I was in court one time and I remember these white women. I was getting ready to say what type of white women, but I'm not going to keep it there. But I remember that they felt like I was lying about something and I wasn't. But they were like trying to trick question me or whatever. And I remember just like taking those questions and just like throwing it back on them. And I remember like her trying to say, wait. And then she like came out with my face. She even came out with my Facebook, like exhibit A, here's your Facebook. And I was like, my Facebook? And they was like, I thought you said you didn't know her. And I was like, I don't know her. She's in the background. I don't know her. And then I remember like her going out of the room with her a paralegal. She went out of the room and I guess they had the little powwow or whatever. And my attorney was like giving me a high five like, you doing it in these streets. And I was like, yeah, bring her back. Where is she? I was ready. I was ready, okay?
Give me more.
These Karens out here, woo! I'm telling you. But I love it. Like, it's an adrenaline. It's like you start getting it pumped up, but then you got to hold your composure because you don't want to be labeled as like the black bee. Angry. So that was how I was doing. It was just like, let me hold my composure because I don't want to be labeled, but I'm going to let her know what time it is in a very composed manner. And I felt that with Ketanji. Like, I felt like that was what, she was doing. Yeah.
Kudos to her. Super excited for April when they announced that she is in. And it's just a dope day just to see one of us in. Super dope.
We paving the way for like us and future generations of women of color.
Exactly. So your mom said the Democrats were not vocal enough, or supporting enough for her. Bravo to Cory Booker for supporting her and bringing folks to tears by telling her the world, sister, we got you. You got this. So mom, she understand what I'm saying. So kudos to her. Hopefully in April, not hopefully, but we will have some good news in April. And I'm excited.
And this goes on to like what else that goes into that topic is just having a sisterhood. And I don't know if you saw the one, I put it up on our page of one of her best friends speaking about her just like giving her flowers and letting them know like just like how she inspired her and how I'm sure they inspired each other, but just the way that she just uplifted her and let them know what type of character you're dealing with here, which is like outstanding. So that was a moment.
Regular. She's about her business. And I thought that was super dope. It's a lot of females or friends per se, like that don't know how to really embrace friends or even say good word or support or big up. Like, it's okay to say, girl, you doing good. Girl, you got this. Girl, I see you. Girl, you are inspiring. It's hard for some people to really say that. But what I can say is for you, my friend, and I'm not just saying because you on here, but you always give people their flowers. You're always supporting. You're always like, Ab, yo, you always give me that. And so I'm saying this to everybody out there. If you don't got them friends, and I always say this, around you or in your circle that are supporting you, giving good words, pushing you, then you don't need to be in that circle.
Absolutely. And Yeah, and also I just think, just like you said, supportive is like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like an appearance and pom poms and stuff, but just like little things, like how I can call you up and be like, listen, I need this or I need that, and you on the phone and you getting somebody else on the phone for me, and you're just like, if you don't have the information, I know you're gonna pass it on to get me that information. Like I remember when I was gonna go into like business with that slime bucket Stinky, we'll call him. But anyway, I just remember like just wanting to know more information about the business and calling you. And then I remember your sister, big up to your sister Shantae, like I love her too. And it's just like, I remember her calling her co-workers who was in the business, and her co-worker calling me, and me and him, I was even asking the other day, how is he? Because I never spoke to him since that day, but I just appreciated so much that your sister reached out to somebody that's a stranger to me, and me and him stayed on the phone for hours of me just picking his brain. Yeah,
and that connection, because that's what friends and that's what people who genuinely care for you do.
Yes,
it's free.
Absolutely,
it's free. And so, and I think
more
that. Say that again.
And there's friends out there, I'll say, like, that will know something and try to like withhold information from you. And it's like, it. Like, it's like, wait, you just went on this interview. Can you tell me? Because I'm going on that interview next week. Oh, they start like withholding stuff. I didn't personally, but that happened to one of my friends. Like, they went on an interview and she was going next, and she was trying to get information about, like, so she can prepare. And she was withholding information from her friend. And it was like she still went in there cold turkey and had to kind of wing it. But come on, if you know something, let me know so we can both get in, or one of us get in if we both don't get in.
We both can win. That's
absolutely.
The goal. I want all my friends to win. So why not share what you know so that we all can win? Yeah, I never understood that. Like, when my friends are doing good, I'm pleased. I'm happy. Why? Because if E win, I'm winning.
We all win.
That's my sister. That's my people's. But people don't think that way. Like, I'm not going to tell them how I got this business, or I'm not going to tell them how I got this loan to, do this business, or I'm not going to let them know who I got. Why? I just never understood that. But
I believe that it's a competitive thing. It's almost like a lot of friends feel like they got to compete with each other. And they looking at it. That's what I get. I feel like I'm like a behavioral, analyst. Yeah, like I be thinking like I just think that it's like a competitive thing. Like, they don't want to see you get ahead, because if you get ahead, that means somehow that they're failing. So I just think I noticed that. Like, I feel like I've dealt with that before, where it's like, wait a minute, like, you doing this too? Like, why didn't you tell me you was doing this? And why I gotta see you? Like, it's like, it's a surprise. Like, wait, why couldn't we, come together and with information to exchange? So it's kind of like
work together, maybe brainstorm, and it could be, something bigger than we even thought of. But people don't think like that. Oh, if I tell her something, she might go in front of me or be more successful than what, and yeah, so we need to really, really close that gap in sisterhood, and just be more open and sharing and supportive of one another. Because especially if that's your close friend, then if they win, you win, period. And that's me in my circle. When they win, I know I win. When I win, they win. It's just simple as that.
Absolutely. That's just what it is. We gotta uplift one another.
Facts.
Sisterhood. You my sister, girl. You my sister. We may not be blood sisters, but we still are sisters, where we uplifting and motivating each other. And it's just like, I want the circle to be bigger, like, worldwide. Like, all of us, even if we don't know each other, let's do it out here.
Right. It's just so much more effective when it's just a whole group of us. It's just power in numbers. And so, yeah, that's what we're trying to do with E-pinions when we start this movement, on our trips, on our our functions, getting together, having brunch, just meeting new people and networking and getting to know, your next sister and encourage one another. So
absolutely. One of my friends, one of the girls that I vend with, she's on a retreat actually this weekend in Atlanta at a hotel. Big up to Sunday, and they're doing a whole retreat, and she was really excited. I was supposed to go, but I was just like, I didn't want to spend all of that money. I got a lot of things going on. I got my hand in too many pots as it is, but what she's doing, it's like, I kind of take notes, because it's like, what she's creating and what she's a part of is good for us for me to take notes, and maybe I can apply it to what we're doing in E-pinions. But she also is a wealth of information. Anything Sunday does, since I've been vending with her, and she's in her 60s. You know, she gonna love this, but she's in her 60s. And let me tell you something. I met her vending. She came up to me, and I had so many people at my table. Let me tell you, she got behind my table. She was taking orders for me, like just like out there, just like yes. And my table was so crowded. And ever since then, we exchanged numbers. You remember I told you we shared the hotel together in Jersey. We went on when we was vending together. And even with her, I shared my table with her because she's doing something else with like vending her like pajamas and stuff like that. So we shared a table and she paid half. But even with her paying half, she was like, come on. She moved all her stuff aside because, you know, I got so much stuff to sell.
Yes. Right.
She had a little corner and she just was like, come on, just take my stuff. Just take all, you know, my whole space up. And I was like, you know, she had like a little sliver of space, but I just appreciated that. And then she was basically telling me, like, see, us, you consider us old people, but we cool too. And she really was. We stayed up in the hotel talking and just exchanging information. And even when she come back from her retreat, I know she's going to be a wealth of information for me to learn from, so I can pass it on for us to learn from.
That's what we need. We need more of that. We need more of it. That's super dope.
Yes. Yes. And
sisterhood.
Sisterhood. Let's do it. And speaking of sisterhood, that brings us to our next. I was going to say we're going to transition into our next topic, but it's about It's not funny. Okay, but it's about. Her name is Lia Thomas.
Thomas.
Mm-hmm. She is a professional swimmer. Mm-hmm. In the NCAA, and she was a man previously who has transitioned into a woman. She was on a man's team at first, swimming professionally, and now since she transitioned, she is now on the women's Olympic team, and she is doing much better. She's ranking higher in a better position since she transitioned, and now that she's in the women's swimmer. Yeah, she's on the women's team. Swimming team.
Okay.
And it's controversial because a lot of people feel that because she's used to be a man and now that she transitioned, is it okay for her to be on the women's team as a trans woman?
I don't know.
And this here is Lia Thomas.
Okay. And is you said she's number one in rank now?
She's not. She's in a much better position. They have like, you know, a few different like, I don't know what you call it, obstacles or whatever, but she's like ranked number 5, number 10, number whatever, and like say backpedaling or whatever it is. But she was absolutely not number 5 on the men's team. She would say like number like 200 on the men's team. Right. Whereas now she's in a much better position on the women's swim team.
I don't think, my opinion, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that in all due respect, you know, I respect the transgenders and she is a woman now, but she still has that man, you know, you know, I want to say the body, the strength of a man. And so for her to transition over to the women's team, it's kind of like, of course she's going to be, you know, her strength is way more than some of the average woman. I don't know. For me, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's okay. Nah, I don't think it's okay. What's your thoughts?
I think what the team is saying, what the lawmakers of the NCAA, you know, the authorities, they're basically saying because she's taking hormones now, it has gotten it to a level that equates to you and my like hormones. So they're basically saying she doesn't have the testosterone that men have, so she's basically equal to us. And I believe that she has an unfair advantage because I think it's more than hormones that make you a woman
Absolutely.
or a man. Like,
Right.
I believe, like, her wingspan, her strength, like things like that men have advantage over us. Like, it's
Yeah.
just not just, it's not just hormones that make, us not grow a beard and
Right.
us, to have a lower tone voice. It's more than
Right.
that. It's like their physical strength and power.
Right. I wonder, do they take like weight? Is it like a certain weight that you go against, or do the competition against? Is it different weights? Like, boxing, you can't fight, if you are a certain weight, you can't fight a person that's like 280 and you 135. I wonder if that's the same thing as swimming. Now, if that's the case, then I don't think nothing is wrong with it if they're the same weight, because I know some women are stronger than men at that same weight.
Yeah, there is a woman, I forgot her name, that is leading over her. Like, she's like number 5 in whatever swim competition that they and there are a few women who are over her because she's number 5. So I mean, I still feel that it's still she actually went down an inch or 2 in height. Her voice is much lower. Her hormones are at an even level where they allowing her to come into the competition. So I still feel that it's still the body class. I just feel like it's still an unfair advantage. I feel like she's in a better position now that she's on a women's team, even though there are women that are stronger as men, but I still feel like it's a disadvantage to the women that are on the team.
And you can tell when she was on the men team, she was ranked 459, 460. Now she's 4-5. So you do the numbers, you do the math. So I wonder if they're like having this whole dispute about it, like the women, or do they welcome her in? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay, or do they be like, wait?
I don't think I think that there's a lot of protests going on. From what I saw, there's some protests and things going on. A lot of people are not happy about it.
I
think a lot of people are not speaking up because the LGBTQ community, like, they're a force. So I think a lot of people are also afraid to speak up. That's probably on the team and feel differently, but they're not going to speak up. But there's a lot of protesters out there that's speaking out against this.
Right. Okay. Wow. Well, what you gonna do? They done spoke.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, hopefully, I don't know. I feel like being white, being a man. I mean, she used to be a man, but I do believe that still holds weight when you're white, period. That's going to open up doors.
So you think if it was a black woman, it would be different?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's another one on here. Her name is she is also in the Olympics. What is her name? I forgot her name, but they said that she has her testosterone levels are too high, and they disqualified her from playing. And because they disqualified her from playing, they're saying that her testosterone is too high, and she happens to be a black woman. So I just think that there's a lot of, like, I just feel like there's a lot of loopholes when you're white. Like, they kind of let you slide on through. Whereas if you're black and you're a woman, that's like the double whammy. Like, they're gonna have like certain barriers up for you to have to jump through.
Extra.
So so I don't know. I feel like she has an advantage over her, and they're letting her slide with a couple of things that I don't think is fair. They need to keep the women's team. I don't know what the future's gonna hold, but I don't think it should be mixed. I mean, I know she's a woman now. They should have
like a transgender team, like maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. To be fair, it should just be transgenders team. And, you know what I'm saying? So it won't be unfair, because it can be like,
imagine women playing in the NBA. Come on.
Yeah. I would be like, wait a minute, this ain't fair. Like, I'm busting my, trying to do, and you got it. No.
Yeah. So if I want to become a man and I transition, are they going to allow me in the NBA or the NFL? Like, I'm wondering, like,
right.
If I take some hormone pills and I want to grow a beard and stuff like that and transition, is it okay to be in the NBA? I'm
Yeah.
just wondering, and how well will I do? I would be a complete mess on that
All
team.
I'm
Okay.
saying, it just should be fair. It just should be
Yeah.
fair. That's all I'm saying, Carol. She's saying no.
What I do? What she said?
Fair. That's it. To my transgender team, they have their own separate team, but
Oh,
just to be.
that's what. Oh, she said no to the transgender team.
I think that's what she's saying.
I mean,
But
we got to figure out a solution and a balance. Like, I don't know. Like you said, that's one that's, I don't know right now, but I just believe that mixing it right now where I'm playing in the NFL, NBA, like, I just believe that I don't know, like, how that would, how it would be fair. Like, these men are like, I know I can be, I mean, there's women that can be like 6 foot, 7 feet and maybe be a powerhouse.
yeah,
I don't know. I really don't know. And a part
I
of me
hope they
just
come
feeling
up with
like,
something that's fair for everybody, so that nobody will feel like, yo, what's going on? Like, I've been busting my ass training, doing this and doing that, and then y'all gonna bring, it's not fair. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm saying? I just want to be fair. Yeah.
yes, fair.
Let's go into our next topic with the famous Kim Kardashian.
Yes.
Kim Kardashian had some words for women, for us that want to really pursue business. And so she gave her advice on how you should go about getting your business done. You want to play the clip, E?
Just one moment. It is buffering. I don't know what it's doing right
I know we
now,
have a
but
lot of people that's in business and starting their businesses, and you want to know, like, how do we really get into it? How do we get started? How do we, get loans, and how do we, keep our businesses open? We need some advice. Kim, here she, oh, okay. She has some advice for us.
okay.
On how
Share
or what we should do. And I'm
Okay,
curious.
yeah, I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know why it's buffering. I don't know what's going on, but
okay. Well, while E was seeing if she can play it, what Kim was saying, I guess it was a question on how we should really start to open businesses, or she's just saying get your lazy asses up. This is Kim Kardashian's words. Get your lazy asses up and get to working. She said it's simple like that. And she said a lot of us don't want to put the work in. We want our businesses, we want to pursue these careers, but we don't want to do the work. And that's what the clip said, somewhat said. And so my question to you, E, is, do everybody's going crazy, on social media, stating that she has no right to say, get your lazy asses up, when she was born with a silver spoon in her mouth. Her parents were very successful when she was younger, and she really ain't bust her ass. She, they saying that she got famous through her sex tape. So do she have the right? Do we have the clip?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Let's play this. Oh damn. Okay, wait. No, that's not.
Not that one.
Yeah. You know which one that was, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, wait a second.
I have the best advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work. Have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do, because you have one life. No toxic work environments, and show up and do the work.
If you're the smartest person in that room, you got to go to another room. Like, you don't.
Oh, okay.
So Kim said, get your effing ass up. That's how you will succeed in business. What is your thoughts, E? Let's get off here.
My
Okay.
thoughts are that I believe she has a point. I believe that she has a valid point. I believe that it's the truth. Like whether you have a silver spoon in your mouth, whether I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, you can sit down and just collect your trust fund money and let mommy and daddy pay for your way, but it's still not teaching you responsibilities. If that money goes, then what? No, you have to have work ethics. You have to get out there and work. And whether it's working from home, or whether it's going on your computer and creating passive income, you still have to get up and work, okay? And do whatever it needs to do to keep, generational income coming in. You want to keep that generational income. So I just think Kim said what needed to be said. And it applies to whoever it needs to be applied to. If you're sitting at home, get up and work.
I agree. But it's all about how you say things. It was her delivery that I guess a lot of people didn't like. Like, okay, we get it. And I this is just like me talking to my friends or my sisters. Listen, if you want to achieve or get a business up off the ground, you're gonna have to bust your ass and get up every morning, work hours that you don't want to work. That's just like me encouraging my friends or my family. But I think they took it wrong because it's coming from Kim Kardashian.
Absolutely.
Like who is she to tell me to, you know what I'm saying? But that's just like, I think she was just saying, like I would say to a friend, like work hard. If you want something, work hard. If you want to see, income that you've never seen before, bust your ass, get up every morning, do what you got to do. And I don't see nothing wrong with her saying that. It just was her delivery. She could have been a little more, light on her delivery. That's it.
I mean, I guess so, but the point is still the point because I can be the same way. Like I can relate to how her delivery was because sometimes the way I pronounce words, my tone, like everyone tell me is kind of New Yorkish. So it's like the way I can come across, it can be brutally honest, but that's Elisa. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I can't sugarcoat things for people to absorb it like in a way that needed to be. No, that she's saying it right. People do need to get up. And like Carol says, she's extremely privileged, the nerve. Let me hold one of them nannies and then we can talk, Kim. I agree. She did grow up privileged. She, the sex tape put her on the map and put her whole family on the map. But I do believe she still has work ethics. She's still getting out there, capitalizing off of what this sex tape, did. She could have sat around and just let the sex tape do what it do. But you know what she did? She got a publicist on deck, got her mother managing her. She put specific things in place to make them all billionaires. So to come from her her father being an attorney and getting that attorney money, that's not really generational income. She made it work for her and her family to transition into billionaires from like maybe a millionaire or thousandaire. She made it better for her whole family. And she had to work to do that.
Yeah.
She got the nannies on deck and stuff for that.
It was easier for her to get there. For a woman to have 3 kids, no husband to help, no parent in the house, busting her ass with, working 2 jobs, it's going to be a little harder getting to where Kim, you know what I'm saying? It just seemed like she just slid into her, the money. It doesn't happen like that for all of us. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And she made it seem to some, again, it's your delivery. She made it seem like it was just so easy. Just get up and fucking no. It's so, a lot of people have children. They don't even have their one home parent, taking care of kids and have 2 jobs, and it's hard. So who is she to say? So a lot of people like
I'm with her. No, I'm with her 100%.
No,
I'm not a millionaire yet, but I just believe and I know I have the potential to be. But I'm just saying with her, she probably feel the same way. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. No, my parents weren't attorneys and I didn't live in a tennis star whom my mother married. No, that didn't happen to me like it did with her. But I'm just saying that she made certain decisions, and I think it just takes like being able to, make 15 cents into $1, make $1 into $10. Like, I just think it's a matter of flipping it and making the right moves. And I believe that she made those right moves, and making right moves means you have to think and you have to put things in play to do it.
It just was easy for her, for me, in my opinion. She didn't have to go through the struggle. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have to work 9 to 5 jobs and have kids that she raised and different things that we all go through. Or, you know, she didn't have to go through those things that we have to go through. A majority of us had to go through. And so, yeah, she did bust her ass into where she is now. But it was easy for her to get there, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the struggle in the sex tape. I don't see that struggle.
I think it was. I think what she did. No, but
the struggle in the sex tape.
It doesn't have to be a struggle. But it doesn't really have to be a struggle. It has a matter of, like, even with me sitting at home, I don't feel that I'm struggling, but I do feel that my mind is always grinding, and I feel like my mind is going to get me to better places in life, which means, you know, better money moves and better, like, you know, making better decisions. You don't have to be out there in the trenches. In the trenches could be in your home making decisions, putting out, you know, look at us. We doing Epinions. We not out there in the trenches in dark alleys and fighting off crime and stuff like that. But we still doing certain things to put us in better positions. That still takes a struggle and work and putting your mind constantly in motion to do these things. And I believe it started with her sex tape. She got a publicist on deck. She got the best one. I forgot her name, but that publicist sat her down, told her, like, listen, this is what we need to do with this sex tape. This is how we gonna make money off this. This is what we need to do. Exactly. Yeah. So she started making decisions. She didn't have to hire a publicist. She could have just sat on it and was, woe is me, the sex tape, everybody calling me a slut, whatever. But no, she put her mind to work. She got people on deck to make better decisions.
You know, high profile people already. Us people, she knew high profile people already. So of course she had the best people in the business to get that sex tape popping. Now one of us make a sex tape. Come on.
It depends. Listen, you put that on Pornhub or something like that. I don't know. You doing some crazy movements. Who knows? You might need to practice. Listen. Practice with some bananas. You never know where that could what I'm saying to you is putting your mind into action and taking action and grinding. You really don't know where that's going to take you. And like she said on there, one of the things she said is you have to surround yourself with people who are smarter than you. That's what the sister said. That's what Chloe said. You need to surround yourself. And that's what she did. Like, she made sure she might have higher profile people with millions of dollars, but we can be the same way. It doesn't necessarily have to be millions of dollars and people that's rich. There's people that can sing out there probably better than Whitney Houston, but they just not on the map. But you surround yourself with somebody. If I want to become a singer, I want to get singing lessons from somebody that's like Whitney. And she may not be Whitney, but she might have a voice like Whitney that can teach me breathing techniques or whatever the case may be to help me be in a better position. Surround yourself with people. It doesn't necessarily have to be billionaires.
I agree on that. But again,
Carol.
Damn, I should have had a
Listen, Kim did, so that helped her put her on the map, and they made decisions based on that publicist and her management team.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you just got to think out the box. But again, I just felt like she could have changed her delivery when you talking to people or you trying to convey a message out to the world. Is all about your delivery, and we would have received it a little better if she wasn't like, get off your ass. That was like, who are you? I said, like, what the? Yeah, we would have received it a little better. That's all I'm saying. I get it. Work hard. I always say it to myself. You know, we encourage our family and friends, work hard. You want that? Get on your grind. Get on your ass. Like, yeah, we understand that, but it's all about your delivery, and she just should have just took it down a notch.
I don't know.
Rich girl.
No. Listen, she said what needed to be said. I think mostly people hated the messenger. And they hated the messenger. Like, if it was somebody else that said it, like, you know, that wasn't so much like, you know, hating on her, I think they would have been able to accept it a little bit more. Because she said, get off your ass. So Get on, like, so I'm that person sometimes that says stuff and I deliver it in the Elisa fashion.
And what I say to you majority of the time,
I don't
let's
remember.
have a vulnerable moment. I be like, E, come on, that was hard. Like, and you be like, well, that's how I am. I be like, E, but maybe you could have said it a little, maybe they would have received it a little better. Don't I say that sometimes to you?
You say that, but see, I'm the type of person, I'm not a sugarcoater. Like, I drive my point home and that's it for me. Like, I put a period on it and I drive the point home. I'm not the person that go around the block and like, sugarcoat things. No, I take...
Put your hazards on.
Exactly. I'm getting right up in there. That's how I passed my driving test, might I add. I remember the driving instructor, like I was crossing over the double lines, doing everything. But the one thing that impacted him and made me pass my driver's test when I was 18 was I was able to double park, like bam, like that. Got right up in there. No, like bam. Let's go. I passed. Because that's what I'm saying. You got to get right to the point and just drive it home. That's it. So that's how I am. But a lot of times when you say it and then, your delivery and then the person who says it, I think they have more of a problem with that. Because a lot of times, even when, like you said, when I get into a debate with people, a lot of times I brush stuff off because I am like easygoing like that. I have a big smile. I joke a lot. So a lot of times people take that and they're used to that type of demeanor from me. And it's kind of like the same thing with Kim, like, not that we on the same level because she's, she's got the sex tape going. Her family's a billionaire, but I think it's hard to accept from somebody because of the sex tape. So they don't take her serious. With me, I laugh a lot. I smile a lot. So to me, it's like you the jovial, you the jokester. But then, so when they take it like that and they think that they can say anything to me, and then I like, oh, really? And then I get serious and then flip it back. It's like, woo, what? I thought you was a jokey, Lisa. But they think they can say anything. So when I shut it down quick, it's almost like a shock to the system.
Right. But I think
it's the messenger.
I'm thinking, like, what if Queen Latifah would have said the same statement as Kim Kardashian?
Exactly.
We would have, so yeah, it was definitely the messenger. Again, I just feel like she could have, piped it down a little bit and people would have received it better. But definitely because of the messenger, I really do believe that. But the bottom line is, the moral of the story is, if you want to be successful in a business, and I'm talking to myself, to E, we already know we're in businesses, you got to do the work. You have to put the work in. It's some nights you're going to have sleepless nights. You ain't going to be able to sleep. And working on 9 to 5s is not a game, but we want to be successful. And so we got to work hard and we put the work in and we bust our ass. That's just it.
And like how me and how you and I are, we both have, like you said, we both have our businesses. And even though our businesses may be different, it still takes the discipline and it still takes, inspiring each other to get to where we want to go, being that cheerleader. And Absolutely. Just to tell a little quick story with me and my partner that I have in business with my barbershop, I went to him because you know what? I'm not a barber. I've never cut hair. I barely do my own hair. Look, it's always pushed back. Right. But you know what I said to myself? I know he's a good businessman. He's been a barber for 30 years, owned his shop for 30 years. So you know what I did? That's how we met. It was like, you know what? We going into business together. He was joking around, whatever. And that's how I met him, just joking around. But you know what? I put it into play. When he needed me, he didn't have the funds to open up a shop, but then he knew the person that was able to give us the lease and open up the shop. So I helped him out with that. And he said, you know what? Let's do everything in your name. I'm going to be by your side. I'm going to help you. And he's basically, I'm the brains behind the operation, but he has that hands-on experience, the 30 years in business. And that's what I need. I haven't been in business 30 years. I'm not a barber, but I got one on deck.
Right. And that's smart. That was a no-brainer. He was in the business that many years. It was a no-brainer for you guys to merge. And look at you now. Like, what? And
we work together like, we are just like, the yin and the yang. Like everything, like we are able to work together so seamlessly. I love John. Big up to John, my partner.
Big up to John. So yeah, that's super important to surround yourself with people that are smarter, that know more. Like, I'm never the one to be like, oh, I'm not teachable. I got this. I know this. Nope. I'll be like a sponge. I want to hear. I want to know, what did you do? How did your business grow? And how did you expand the company? And you know what I'm saying? How do you network? I want to know these things. I'm never going to stop wanting to learn from nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it's super important to keep yourself, surround yourself around people that just got it together.
And people that are making moves and that are inspiring. And I think that's exactly. So I guess that's our final thought. And what is that your final thought, or
that was my final thought? That was my final thought. And as far as sisterhood, because we spoke about sisterhood, it's so important to close that gap where, you know, it's the bickering and she think you know what I'm saying? It's so much effective when we like this, when we support one another, encourage, lift each other up, push me. If you see I'm falling, I'm effed up, push me, encourage me. I need that too. And so that's what we all, we try to do. Eat our circle, be
and
there
to add
for
to
one
that.
another. Yes.
And to add to that is, you got to focus on the bigger picture as a team, as a sisterhood. Focus on the bigger picture. Don't let little trivial things get in the way of that sisterhood. Like with me, if you and I, we've had disagreements plenty of times before. But what I do appreciate about you and our friendship and our sisterhood is we talk about it and it's done and over with. It's not something to even focus on. I can say with me and you, we've never had a disagreement where we just stop speaking completely. Whatever issues we have, we talk about it and it's done. And I appreciate, and that's how a sisterhood is supposed to be. You focus on the bigger picture at hand. We got bigger fish to fry. Right. We don't need to focus on these little trivial things. Let's go. We are still a sisterhood.
Right. That's so important. That was a good example. That's a good example. Because all your friends, you ain't living, I can't say that about every friend, but that's what we really do.
They will nitpick. There's some friends that will nitpick, carry grudges, do passive aggressive things to you, to punish you and stuff like that. But just to be able to still have, a sisterhood intact, no matter what, when you having a disagreement, when you have different opinions. This is why me and you have this opinions and we have a sisterhood. Because listen. Prime example, period. But good stuff. So those were our topics for today. You already know, every Sunday, 5 p.m. we back in effect, back in the kitchen doing our kitchen talk, sipping, drinking tea, coffee, whatever you want. Tea.
Here, join us. I was gonna say, what you drinking? I'm just drinking my own.
I'm drinking green tea because of my slightly high cholesterol, and I read that green tea helps a lot with that. Let me tell you, these avocados are turning. I couldn't eat it. I can't. They turn in colors. I just can't do it.
I love me some avocados. Don't get some avocados to waste.
I know they nice and soft, like you said, to wait for them to get soft. I tried. You see, but you see, I tried with this. You see, I took a little piece, and I was like, honey.
You gotta season them. I'm gonna make you an avocado toast. Watch the next time I see you. Slice some tomatoes on it. Put a little, lime. You sprinkle. Watch. You gonna love it. I'm addicted.
But I'm doing my green tea. At least I'm doing something to kind of,
Mom said, I agree with surrounding yourself with people more intelligent than yourself, because we all need someone smarter than ourselves to draw knowledge from. And that is fact. I just want to give a shout out to your mom. If ain't nobody on our chat, do you understand me? Your mom is on our chat, and thank you for the support.
Woo woo!
Love you. So dope.
Yes.
I don't see nobody else, and I see your mom. I'd be like, okay.
My mom always has that front row seat. Okay, got the cheerleading. Yes, the pom-poms. Yes. And Farrah, I gotta give Farrah a shout out to, because no matter what, she comes in afterwards, even if she's not live with us.
Farrah, Miss Jackson, we love you guys so much. for joining in. Next Friday at 5 p.m. Again, if you guys have any topics that you want us to touch on. Sundays at 5 p.m. If you want us to touch on, DM us. You can send a message to our YouTube or our Facebook channel, and we will. Hi, Farrah. Yes, girl.
And smash that like button down below and subscribe, comment, engage.
Yes, thank you. We heart you guys so much. We don't take it for granted that you guys come in and support us. Thank you so much. Until next Sunday, we heart you guys. Love you, co-host.
Love you too, girl.